Hey everyone, this is Jarrod Nickel, Executive Director for ProjectSui.com. Today I'm going to take a look at Sony's latest offering for the PlayStation Portable, Hot Shots Golf Open T2. Now, as you can tell from the videos playing as you watch this, graphically the title is only a little bit better than the original. Now, one thing you have to think about is the original Open T was released over 3 years ago, believe it or not. And, you know, it's kind of sad in a way because we were sort of expecting the visuals to be, maybe not vastly improved, but at least a little bit. And it's just, I don't know, it looks like everything's just been freshened up just a tad, but most of the character models appear virtually identical. Presentation is just about exactly the same as it was the first time out. Same as the audio. We were kind of expecting, you know, at least a few more, like, tunes that help separate itself from the first part, but really it's virtually identical. Outside of that, looking at the core gameplay and controls, not much has changed either. In fact, the basic controls are exactly the same. You press X once to start your swing, press it a second time to determine how strong your swing is going to be, and you finally press it one last time to determine the accuracy of the shot. You can still add a spin to the ball, and everything else. The putting is also exactly the same as the first time out. Now, there's nothing really wrong with this. Everything works exactly as it should, and it's still a lot of fun. It's a blast to play. But if you've played Hot Shots Golf Out of Bounds on PlayStation 3, you'll likely be a little bit disappointed because the new control system was just fantastic on that platform. And I can't say, I can't speak for anyone else, but for me, I was really disappointed. I was really looking forward to using that new control system here, and it just, I don't know, it just feels like it's sorely lacking. Outside of that, though, there has been quite a few changes. Okay, I know, like, so far everything's sort of like down in the gutter here, but there are a few neat little additions. For one thing, the challenge mode has been completely reworked. The old loyalty system, whereby if you stick with the same golfer throughout the entire game, you unlock, different attributes. And maybe another slot will open up that will allow you to wear more clothes or not attributes, but rather different items, things like that, But this time around, it's kind of neat. You'll see it in one of these videos that as you actually go into the challenge mode, now everything is broken up into different cards. And these cards are actually broken down into, it's sort of like you have one piece of clothes and then an attribute. And the way it's working out is exactly like this. It's head, control, body, power, and accessory and spin. These are broken down into different colors, as you can see. There's yellow, red, and blue. Now, depending on what event you select, you'll get a bonus item, as well as the new piece of clothing and the attribute upgrade. And that's pretty awesome, and it works really, really well. And it also adds to the age-old system of unlocking non-stop amount of goodies. And as you progress, for example, let's say, I don't know, you unlock like 10 cards, okay? That's actually what you have to do for the first time around in order to unlock the versus player. Alright? Now, as you continue to unlock more and more cards, you'll be awarded with more and more goodies. And it's kind of funny because it doesn't feel like Donkey Kong 64 or anything like that, where you're just like overburdened with all kinds of crap that you got to collect or anything like that. It's actually done in such a way that you'll want to continue to unlock all these different things. So that's pretty cool. The only problem is that when you start off, there's only 2 playable characters and there's only 2 courses. That's kind of annoying because you have to continuously play the same events over and over again in order to unlock new ones. There are other gameplay modes in the single-player game, but, whatever. They're the basic stuff that you're used to playing. The big addition here is the online multiplayer mode. Now, you can go head-to-head with one of your buddies, or you can actually go into a tournament with up to 16 players, which is actually pretty awesome. Now, unfortunately, Sony has yet to make the PlayStation Network fully accessible on the PSP, and that's a crying shame. It really is, because it makes finding friends online a big hassle. So basically what you have to do is you have to tell your friends your handles prior to actually heading online and finding one another. And that beautiful lobby that they created for the PlayStation 3 Hot Shots Golf is nowhere to be found here, so that too is a little bit disappointing. I mean, it wasn't a visual powerhouse on the PS3. But anyways, when you actually do get online, everything is pretty smooth. I mean, you might have a few hang-ups and hookups along the way, but overall it works pretty good. So as a complete package, I'd say that Hot Shots Golf Open T2 doesn't really live up to the expectations I had, especially considering it's a 3-year wait that we've had here. But, I mean, if you've never played the first part, then for sure, it's a really enjoyable game. And if you really enjoyed the first one, I mean, there's a lot to take in with this new one. There's a lot of surprises. You'll be playing a course and see, a little twinkle off in the distance, zoom the camera in, and bam, there's a new playable character. Like, things like that. I mean, it's still got the allure. It's still addicting. It's just the fact that I was expecting it to incorporate a lot of the changes from Out of Bounds, and they're just not there. And so what ends up happening is it feels just a wee bit too familiar. Anyways, I've scored the game a 7 on 7 on 10, and I really do believe that if you own a PSP, you should at least try it out. The game's only $30. That's in US dollars and in Canadian. So you really don't have too much to complain about. So thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time.